The nation is learning what not to do by studying Ohio and its wild, wild west charter school industry. The important part of how we structure the charter school industry starts with the governing body. The provisions for the charter school law pilot project was to study the project for 5 years and then get back to see what rules and regulations worked, and then if they could be applied to the public school system, great, so we can have, a competitive system. That was the premise. However, they expanded on failure. They expanded on poor governance. They expanded on the taxpayer not having trust in the system.
We are creating laws and legislation that is all done without conversation with those that have to carry it out. You're trying to quantify a qualitative product, and it doesn't work like that. We are not making cars here. Nobody had public responsibility to look after how the tax dollars are being spent because the operator was given a contract to run the school, period. They just happened to have this puppet governing body over them as they carried out their responsibilities.
Politicians are the ones changing policies and procedures for political reasons. We didn't have a real accountability system in place until 2015.
The districts or the schools are saying, you have to cross over to our side of the street and get with the program. We're putting kids in really marginal places when we do that. We need to be going to them and saying, we understand what you're dealing with. Let us individualize what we're doing to help you. And then there's a place in the middle where everybody can meet.
When you take a step back, their goals are the same, or they should be the same. And that is to educate the children to the best of their ability, to prepare them for their future. And so when you have two organizations that should be sharing the same mission, you would hope that they would cooperate. Unfortunately, I think the dynamic that exists that puts them at loggerheads is because of funding.
So you got to begin by making sure that you have an adequately funded system. You got to identify what are the components of a high quality education and ensure that every single child, no matter where they live, is in a district that has the resources to provide that.
When you have a quality and reporting system, it gets much clearer and much cleaner about what are the best choices for youngsters and for their educational environment.
We've been on a fast track as a result of different issues that were raised over the last couple of years in holding everyone's feet to the fire in the same way and assuring that the metrics are apples to apples comparisons. So we're moving in the right direction.
And the reason we are as far as we are in community schools is because it started at ODE, it started with the legislature, and they were all behind it, and the governor was behind it.
Make sure the parents have a pathway to address issues that concern them.
The parents need to drive it. They need to be the ones that are sharing their voice with what they want for their children.
Before you open new charter schools, do an impact analysis to see what's going to be the impact on the neighborhood and what's going to be the impact on the schools.
And then really try to promote innovative schools, innovative choices. Have partnerships within your community and your state. Have them come to the table and dream. Rethink the possibilities. So that's where we begin and that's where we end. And we can get to the business of modernizing our public school system for the masses and for our country.